The social levels. With the development of technology, they also enriched the knowledge of our ancestors in various things. Many became skilled in farming, fishing, hunting, weaving, pottery, and boat building. Due to each having different roles, there was a difference in their standard of living. Some became more prosperous and luxurious while others stayed or had a more difficult life. Before the Spaniards came to the Philippines, the Filipinos had their own social, political, and economic system, the barangay. Filipino society was divided into different levels based on this division of wealth, social influence, and privileges enjoyed by the early Filipinos. There are three levels or groupings of ancient people in Tagalog and Bisaya society: Maginoo and Datu. The highest level of people in Tagalog and Bisaya society. A barangay member can become Datu through courage, intelligence, inheritance, or wealth. The wealth of a Datu can be measured by the number of his slaves, the amount of gold he owns and his family, and the extent of his land. Gold was a symbol of high status in ancient society. Maharlika. Great warriors are called Bagani. Many of these are from the group of nobles. It is the duty of the nobles to assist the Datu in defending and maintaining peace in the barangay. They are not liable to pay Datu tax. The Bisaya warriors are recognized by their body tattoos. The number of enemies they killed was shown in the number of tattoos on their bodies. The bravest Tagalog warrior was recognized by his red crown or small piece of cloth on his head. Timuwa. The Timuwa are free people and people freed from slavery. They also include the children or descendants of Datus from their second husbands. The Timuwa can own land. He also has a right to the income of his harvest without paying tribute to the Datu. It is the duty of the Timuwa to follow any orders of the Datu, such as helping in the planting and harvesting of the farm, fishing, traveling with him, and making his boat. In the Bisaya society, the poor pay taxes, but they have the right to move to their previous residence. The poor who served the Datu did not work in the fields and did not pay tribute. Instead, these Timuas serve as companions of the Datu in war, rowers of the boat, tasters of the Datu's wine, or messengers in negotiating the marriages of the Datu's children. Slave. It belongs to the lowest group in society, the companions or pets called slaves. The definition of slave was pet. Over time, the word slave took on a different meaning and became slave. Reasons for slavery: punishment for crime and impunity for crime committed. Caught entering the Datu's territory. Redeemed by the person for the debt or crime committed. A slave can remain a slave for life. This is if the slave was sold by his parents because of poverty or dire need. A slave can also rise to the status of a slave through the following method: pay his debt, a decree or agreement is completed. Gold redeemed his freedom. It is the duty of the Datu to make slaves of children who are orphaned and have no relatives to take care of them. The Datu also has a role in the overall efficiency and well-being of slaves, especially those abandoned in war and orphans. Among the Tagalogs, there are two types of slaves: Aliping Namamahe, Aliping Sanguigilid. Aliping Namamahe. The slave who lives is superior to the slave who lives in the land. He is living in own house. They gave a proper tribute equal to 2 bushels of rice, all the seeds of their crops, and a great cask of Kalan wine from the sugarcane. Assist in the preparation of the Datu's travel needs. Help in holding gatherings and may have own property. Have the right to choose a spouse. Cannot be sold. May have property, except the land on which his house stands. Paid for his service. The Aliping Saguigilid is at the lowest level. He lived in Datu's residence. It served as day and night for Datu, cannot own property. His boss can sell him. Lives in his master's home. Not free. No own home. No property. Served without pay. One cannot marry without the consent of his master. Oripun. It was the lowest social level in Visayas in ancient times. In the Visayas, there are three types of Oripun: Ayui, Tumarampuk, Tumataban. Ayu. The Ayui is in the lowest Oripun group. He is absent whenever the Datu wishes. His wife was a slave. They are ultimate slaves and serve in the house of their master or master. They only had 1 day off. Only they are given clothes and food by their master. When they die, all their property is taken by the Lord. Tumarampuk. He is absent 1 day a week in Datu. Can pay rice in exchange for his service. They should not live in their master's house. They serve 3 out of every 4 days and they only serve 1 day in 4 days. They can even fail to serve. They have to pay the Lord of 510 liters of rice. When they die, all their property is taken by the master. Tumataban. He is absent from the Datu whenever there is a feast or gathering. Their value is 1 tael of gold, equal to 6 pesos. They only serve if there is a celebration or feast at the master's house. They are expected to give a small offering at such a celebration. They also bring wine to be used in prepare. They serve the Lord for 5 days, monthly. They pay the Lord 255 liters of rice every year. When the fattener dies, the Lord takes only half, the other half is inherited by his children. The social levels. In the ancient Filipino society, every person belonging to the lower level was given the opportunity to take steps to improve their own condition in life. Those who belong to the lower level are encouraged to also work hard to stay at the level they belong to. People who do not pay debts or people who have committed a crime can be transferred to a lower level, so people who have not done anything bad will be more careful not to lose privileges. Thank you.